Master League Story Mode Live, as I should probably be calling it, as that is, I mean, let me know what you think. Are you enjoying this live format? If you're not watching it live, then I'd imagine there's a chance not, which is fair, completely fair. It's not the ideal watching experience, I suppose, for people not tuning in live, but it's making things a hell of a lot easier for me. I can tell you that for nothing. It really has revolutionised my time at the moment. And I'm quite enjoying it. I'm quite enjoying the interactions. I'm quite enjoying chatting to you guys. And yeah, we're going to get straight into it today. I guess there's not really much else to do. I don't think we're going to look to make any more signings. We could do. Transfer deadline day is today. It is transfer deadline day. Harry Redknapp is probably pulling up with his arm out of the window somewhere. Despite us being in Brazil, he hears the call of the wild, the call of the transfer window. And he's there making dodgy deals. And we made some pretty dodgy deals, actually, to secure two, I would call, shock signings right at the end of the window. We hadn't really planned to, but we pulled the trigger on two 72 rated players. Old Pedro Castro and Ibanez. Now, both of them interesting signings. Matios, Josh, Kakarot, Emmanuel, welcome aboard for another evening of Master League fun and games, hopefully. So yeah, two new signings. Pedro Castro. I was thinking about him. I'm not in bed or, thinking about him, that much. But I had a little think about him. Let's go and look at his stats. The question is, and I've posed this in the title of this video, should either of them start? Now, Pedro Castro, looking at his stats, where he can play, I think he's got a little flavour of the Brazilian Aaron Ramsey to him. Sort of box-to-box midfielder, but not really defensively adept. He's got a lot to his game, not really the sort of combative central midfielder that Igor is, but look at the passing, but also the speed, the kicking power, and actually a surprising amount of strength. Pretty pleased with this one. In terms of dodgy dealings, what we did is we went and looked for players who we could sign who had low release fees, and then we triggered those release fees, and it worked. It worked. We got some really good signings. Pedro Castro, only 26 years old. Pretty impressive for a player with these sort of stats. I think he's reaching his prime. Great passer. Pretty good finisher as well. I think he could play in pretty much any of these positions. He can play out on the wing. He can play certainly attacking mid. I don't know whether he is the successor to Igor. If he's not, then I guess he is the fourth option, or one of four, including Oliveira for the two attacking midfielders. And and as Matteo says, I feel like he go up in rating. Yeah, he probably will go up. I'll tell you who really might go up, though. Ibanez, the 21-year-old. We've snared him from the Serie A team, I think, Atalanta. They must be Serie A. And he's got a lot of potential. He's lacking in the defensive stats of Reginaldo, the player he's been brought in to replace. So for now, I don't think we do start him. I'd be interested to hear your opinions in the comments. Does he start? Does he come straight into the side? I think probably not, but he's a long-term option. Although Kakarot's saying he should start, so he's adapted for Serie A. One of a kind saying Ibanez instead of Bruno Avini. Now that I can't agree with, because Bruno Avini will be with us in Serie A. If anything, we want to build the relationship between Bruno Avini and Ibanez. We could probably afford to drop Reginaldo, couldn't we? I think we're probably going to win. Or we're going to get promoted, whatever happens at the moment. So, yeah, that's a call to be made. I suppose, yeah, let's be honest, we've got to start Ibanez, haven't we? We've got a 21-year-old who could improve, and we also need to get him match fit, match ready for Serie A. Pedro Castro, is he right or left-footed? Right-footed. I mean, Oliveira starts there. That's his position, that's nailed down. Igor, we could potentially swap there. Not sure we bring him straight in. He's a much better player, but he's, as I said, lacking the defensiveness that Igor does bring. Often under the radar, but he does do it really well. What I do like now is we're developing a bench which is almost all 70 rated or above. Matthios saying Pedro for Jimmy Quids. Oof. Yeah, tempting, but Jimmy Quids has been pretty consistent. Still really unsure as to what we do with the striker. Play Asano there? No, not really. Alan the Snoozer got his first goal. We've got issues with him. He is certainly a back-to-goal player. He's almost sort of a hold-up centre-forward, despite being about 5'9" and tricky. It doesn't seem to like making runs. We do need to go and check his training. A lot of people suggested that we do specific training for him to... what am I doing? Skill training. Oh, no, it's training. Normal training. So that we can improve his offensive awareness. While we're here, we'll just check there's no one on balance. There is a few on balanced. No, I'm not really bothered about that. Pedro Castro is the orchestrator. That's a quality name. What were we doing? Oh yeah, Alan Souza, Fox in the box. So offensive awareness 61. He's got such a long way to develop there. Can we focus training? You can't actually focus train offensive. Oh, you can. It's in dribbling, but you can. Oh, I can get it to 3. I guess that's our best bet. It seems a bit of a waste though. Is there a role where he gets 3? Oh, there's 4. Creative playmaker, offensive awareness goes up. Not really what we want him to do. That's a tricky one. Creative play. He's just not a creative playmaker. I mean, he's a fox in the box. He's a fox in a box. That's pretty much what he is. Or maybe a goal poacher. Those only get 2. We're going to go fox in the box. I know that might not be right, but I just don't feel like it's worth wasting all those training things just on his offensive awareness being 3. Jess Dave saying, yes, first live stream. Yes, Dave, thank you. Welcome. Good to have you along. This was going to try and be a quick one, so I'm not going to mess around too much with the training. I don't think we're going to try and make any signings. We said goodbye to Giovanni, Renan Fonseca. He left, Ibanez. Yeah, we know all about that. Let's keep moving, shall we? I don't think... Yeah, I'm not going to make any more signings. We want to save what little money we've got left, and there weren't any good free transfers, and I think we're good. I think we're fine. So we'll work our way all the way down to Paraná. I can't remember playing them. I mean, we must have beaten them. We've beaten pretty much everyone else. Rumours about Marlison's position. Transfer window closed. Ibanez looking at a debut. What's the messages saying? Oliveira's fully recovered. Good stuff. Thiago Real, the only player to make it into the best 11 of the month. Jimmy Quids. Good month for him. Now, who's improved? Ivan. 72. Oh, was he 17? Yeah. So, yeah, still none of the players. Well, Ivan's the one. I just swear Ivan was... I know he was 71. Or maybe that's now 73. Hang on. Only one way to find out. No, 72. Yes, he must have been 71 before. That's confusing, I have to say. I'm sure he was higher than that. Schedule here, earnings, can't bother to look at that, negotiations failed, whatever. So, yep, all good. Let's get into it. Paraná away. Actually, just so I don't always forget to do this, let's just bring Ollie back into the fold. His recovery was... Oh, Marison also needs to come back in. Marison up here. Look, we're actually getting to the point now where we may need to make decisions about who drops to the bench. I guess it's going to be Matty Vargas, who's been a pretty decent stand-in for us. Unfortunate for him. And then the question is, who do we start up top? Well, I think striker can stay as it is. We don't know who that's going to be starting up top until we get there, really. Until we see the form. And Eduardo is going to be swapped out for Oliveira. Pedro Castro, I think, is going to have to play his way into the side. Something that Alan Souza's struggling with at the moment. Although today, on a green, I think we might start him. And that is how that should remain. Thoughts on replacing Igor with Pedro? Thoughts in the comments. Let's get into this. So we're up against Paraná. I haven't checked whereabouts this is in the country, actually, but we're away from home. Paraná, one of the relegated sides, from Serie A. They finished rock bottom of the country's top flight. So again, let's go back in here and decide who to start up top. Shall we give Alan de Snoozer a chance at centre forward? Or Brodge, the goal scorer extraordinaire. Marison on a downward arrow, I think, is going to miss out today. Pedro Castro, if he had better form, I'd maybe chuck him in. Up to 79 overall rating at the moment, or team rating. Brodge and Alan Souza don't make a difference to that, interestingly. One of a kind saying Brodge. Yeah. Brodge is the safe bet, isn't he? Alright, I'm going to bow to comments pressure there and go with Brodge. So a not very much changed team except for the youngster Ibanez coming straight in here. It's a big call. It's a very big call. He's a tall guy, 21 years old. Not the quickest, but he's got 71 speed. That's not too bad. Ooh, Dankus Maximus saying Souza. I can't keep everyone happy. 81 jumps. So he's pretty good in the air, actually. Good header of the ball as well. Not particularly aggressive. That could certainly be worked on. Have we got him coming up from the back? We certainly should do. Yeah, we definitely want you up there. He is now becomes our biggest threat in the box. That's good for those near post flick-ons that Big Reg was famous for. And I think that just about covers it. Reginaldo on an upward arrow is tempting. Let's take a quick look at Paraná. 60s all the way around. Shouldn't be an issue with the form that we're in, but we're probably due a loss soon. I think we've been on borrowed time recently, really. Some of the performances haven't been great. We've had to scrap out a few wins. We had the big win with the Broj hat-trick. But I think that's probably about right. I think that's probably... Right. Under the lights here. It's a nice stadium. Lovely mountains in the background. I mean, would it have been too much to ask from Konami when you're licensing leagues properly, Serie A, Serie B, to actually get the proper stadiums in? Is that really that much effort? Surely just give one of the people who are already going to make these stadiums for the patches on PC, just slip them a few £100. They'd do it for the respect. They'd do it for just to be known. There is Ibanez anyway. Will we see a big debut from him? Bruno Avini, remember, took a while to settle into this side. We've now taken out Reginaldo as well, who I think was a bit of a rock at the back, so it's possibly a bit of a risk, but I think I agree with what everyone said. We need to build him up into a player ready for Serie A. So here we go. First game of the episode. Let's see how we get on. Broj up top. It's going to be a high ball. First test footnote, Bruno Avini. Ibanez will get to that. And Abner, don't take your time there. Jimmy Quids into Igor. Igor slots it through into Takuma Asano. Lovely turn from him. And now he'll come forward. That's a poor ball. That was a stupid, pointless ball. Good footwork though. Oh, that's well worked. Oliveira into Abner. The most exciting duo. Abner with the pace. Oh, that's well covered. Jennison. No, Luis Carlos says not on my watch. Not in my midfield, Sonny Jim. Oliveira out to Abner again. Luis Carlos has continued his run. He's going to look for Abner in loads of space here. He's got Broj near post. Broj with the flicked header. And it won't even go out for a throw. I mean, he had almost... Oh, Broj wins it back. Jimmy Quids flicks one over, looking for Oliveira. Oh, I think he was just put off by the defender. And unlucky. A cultured ball over the top from Jimmy Quids. Oh, mistake there. Takuma Asano, so close. Ibanez in the air. Can't win that one. Now Jennison. Oh, he's done really well. Ibanez will come across here. That's a lovely turn from the Paraná player. And they'll keep it moving here. Good ball inside to Neto. Bruno Avini, the ex-Tottenham man. Wonder how he will have felt seeing Jose Mourinho in charge. Igor ball through, looking for Takuma Asano. He's put about 1,000,000% too much on that. That's poor Jimmy. No, it was Igor, wasn't it? I feel like this team could be quite a tricky one. I think they're going to get chances. That's a good first touch. It's well read by Avini. We'll come back out here. Jimmy Quids can't get to that. Oh, it's easy. Ball through into Jennison. Allowed to turn. Bruno Avini, important foot to that. So Matheus says this has got 1-0 written all over it. At the moment, it is a pretty cagey one. It's a difficult one. I feel like I don't want to underestimate this side. But we're playing in the top flight. That's a good ball in. Abner! Abner made a bit of a meal of that. Luckily, Arnaldo was there to cover. Bit of danger. Bit of danger. I suppose you want to be playing... Oh, he's gone short again. Carlos, get ready. Oh, you don't want to give Carlos that sort of battle, because you're going to be in trouble. And now Luis Carlos. Ball into Ollie. Ollie will drive forward here. Seen the run of Takuma Asano. It was too cute. Abner's not going to get to that. It's unlucky. Big opportunity missed there on the counter-attack. High ball. Ibanez wins it. Yes, that's all we ask from you. Igor, big foot in. Jimmy Quids can get there. And now Matthias Oliveira. Lovely turn of pace from him. Skips away from his man. He's got Abner there, but he won't use him. Puts it inside to Broj. That's nice. It's cut out. Broj, though, outside of the box. Puts one. Puts the left foot through it. That's really unlucky. Saw a sniff of goal there. Went for it. Here we go, Ibanez. Big header again. Falls kindly, though, to Paraná. Abner, yes, big challenge. Not a foul. Carry on. Finds Matthias Oliveira. He'll drive forward now. Ball looking for Takuma Asano. Oh, he's caught in possession. They're a pretty rugged defensive team, this team. They're certainly not making things easy for us. Ibanez, cute. Asano, lovely touch into Thiago Real. Neto does really well. Yeah, I mean, they are a solid team. There's no doubt about it. Can Igor win this one? Put them under pressure. Here he can. Broj into Takuma Asano. Takuma Asano with the curling effort. That's beautiful finishing from the ex-Japanese international, the ex-Arsenal man. And he has made a big impression in his time at Ponte Preta. I think we're going to look back at this season and we're going to say Takuma Asano is actually one of the unsung heroes. I remember during the window, people saying we should maybe sell him. You were so wrong. Egg on your face now, much. Oh, I forgot to do the chant. Takuma Asano, what a wonderful finish. Takuma. Did they make a new Lion King recently? I need to check that out. In fact, no, I don't. Don't at all. But anyway, Takuma Asano. Ain't no passing craze. And didn't need to pass here. It was really well won back by Igor. We could see the opportunity if he could put the Paraná player under pressure. That we still had men forward and they'd committed too much. And then it was very simple for Broj to get his assist today, and Takuma Asano, with Pedro Castro potentially waiting in the wings to step into that wing role, waiting in the wings for the wing, waiting for the... Anyway, you know, he's got a little bit more pressure on him now. He basically had no competition at all. Now he's got the new signing potentially breathing down his neck, so he needs to deliver, and he certainly did there. It was a very, very good finish. But now Paraná will look to come back. Ibanez, another header away. And Igor can keep it moving. Jimmy Quids into Luis Carlos, and now Matthias Oliveira. Ball inside to Real. That's a difficult ball there. Oh, Asano, lovely touch. Out to Arnaldo. Ball in looking for Broj with the powerful header wide. Unlucky. Again, we're looking very confident. We are just... I think we're a class above pretty much everyone else in Serie B. Certainly ratings-wise when you look at our players. Luis Carlos, absolutely the Brazilian Fernandinho, no doubt about that. I can completely endorse that statement. He is huge for us. I mean, he's not even that good a player rating-wise, but we just need to make sure we've got a natural ball winner. Oh no! Oh, Ivan. Great goalkeeping there from the Brazil international. Abner doesn't need to use him. Oh, he's got grass to run into here, and he'll slip one in looking for Broj. Oh, it's good defend. Oh, how have you managed? Oh, whoa. Broj didn't quite have the straight line speed there necessary. Ibanez gets man and ball there. And he's won it back. He's done really well. That's not a good pass. Oh, Luis Carlos gets a block in. Oh, he's let it run. That's clever. Abner caught out there. Can the young left back recover? Oh, that's a good ball. Sulinton. That's an awful opportunity there. Really unlucky. Not unlucky. What am I talking about? Really just shit. So Ibanez, we do need him to be able to play football. We need him to be comfortable with the ball at his feet. He's actually okay at that. I think he's probably better than Reginaldo, actually. Oliveira now. Steps inside. That's nice. Into Jimmy Quids. Asano always makes the smart run, and that is a smart one. Tries to cut back. That's poor, though. Sulinton gets it away. Relative of Jolinton, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. And we force them back. We're pretty good on the... Oh, Ibanez. Time to show. Yes, nice. He's looked comfortable so far. Not a lot to do, to be fair. When he has been called on, he's looked pretty good. Igor Real, that's nice. And now Igor can move over the halfway line. It's a ball over the top looking for Asano. It's not the best one. Asano will keep the pressure on here, and it's back to Alisson, the Brazilian Alisson. And there we are, 1-0 at the half. We said 1-0 written all over it, and I think that could be the way. I think attempts to make some half-time changes. Actually, they've had the better game. I don't remember having 3 shots on target. I remember the one that Ivan had to save. I thought it would have been better than that. But Ibanez, to his credit, has had a good first half. He's looked assured and calm at the back. He's been playing at a higher level, so it shouldn't be too difficult to make the step down to Serie B. What a coup signing that was. Pretty impressive. I think Pedro Castro can wait on the bench, as can Alan Souza, but I feel like a double sub for them after 15 minutes or so maybe on the cards. Oh, that's poor. Under hit. Oh, that's basic. That's basic bitch material. Oh, starting strongly here. Sulington. Can Igor get across here? No. Leandro Almeida. That's a dangerous ball in. Bruno Avini's there. I think Arnaldo's given away a free kick in the process of defending that cross. Dangerous position here. We are only a goal up, but as we saw, the home side have actually had the better of things. Bruno Avini will deal with that. Probably should have let Ivan have that. It's out here to Sulington, who'll put it back in. He's allowed to turn. Oh, luckily we get it away. Real into Igor. Once again, it's Takuma Asano with the smart run here. He's in for a second. Oh, around the keeper. That's bit. No. Oh, how has he missed that? He's done absolutely everything he needed to do there. Oh, that's an absolute shocker. Takuma Asano. I mean, he did everything right. Bar put it in the back of the net. It became a pretty tight angle by the time he went to hit it, but absolutely no excuse there. That had to be 2-0. Let's hope we're not made to rue that opportunity. Jimmy Quids. Lovely ball into Oliveira. Comfortable with the ball at his feet. Abner steps inside. Tries to beat another. Luis Carlos prevents that counter though. That's really good work there. Just underrated little bits there like that from Luis Carlos. Oliveira. Neat. Thiago Real back into him. He takes it on the run. He's got Abner to his left. He'll use him here. Abner, ball in, looking for Broj. That's poor. Good flick on there, but Arnaldo's there to deal with it. Ibanez now. Plays it into Igor. And Carlos will keep it moving. Oh, that's a bit of a loose ball there, but we'll deal with it. Jimmy Quids, that's nice. Broj, little flick into Oliveira, somehow finds Abner. He's going to look for the ball into Takuma Asano here. He'll be absolutely kicking himself after that missed opportunity. I can't believe we didn't score that. Ibanez doesn't go for the header there. There's an opportunity here, but Oliveira's back. Covering well, with Abner nowhere to be seen. And now Abner's seen a little bit of space. And Sulington's made the mistake of letting him run. Now Abner. The power. Can he get a ball in? Oh no, Sulington does really well there in the end. They look to be dead and buried in that race. Now they can bring it forward. Parana's certainly not out of this. As I said from the beginning, this looks like a decent side. Arnaldo's on his bum though. Oh, Ibanez got to deal with that. Had to deal with that, Ibanez. Oh my god. Oh Christ. Miscommunication there. And we get away with just a corner there. Oh, he's just misjudged that. That's disappointing. He's had a great debut. I think we're going to make the changes here in a bid to secure a second and hopefully finish this one off. Oliveira's looking tired, so we're going to bring in Pedro Castro for him. I think that's a pretty good position for him, actually. And then Broj, we're going to give Alan Snoozer a run out. We'll give that a go. And we should probably take Abner off. He's not having a great game and he's looking tired. There we go. Right, let's win this. Let's make it safe with a second. Here we do have to defend this corner first. Neto ball into the box. Ivan, good punch away. Not only as far as the corner taker. Ooh. Diego Renan finds Kuma Asano on the break. All alone here. Ball into Jimmy Quids. That's a lovely one. Jimmy Quid steps away. Oh, the ball was on as well. Probably took it a little too far there. High ball. Ibanez will battle. Good strength, but it's fallen to a Paraná player. I feel like they've definitely got an equaliser in them. We've got to be really careful here. Pedro Castro, the new signing, looks to get a foot in, but it's Luis Carlos, of course it is, who deals with it. Now Souza into Real. It's not ideal, but he can flight a ball over looking for Igor. Has he got much left in those legs? Enough to put him under pressure. 15 minutes left. We would really love the goal to seal this now. Kuma Asano's there. Trying to find the right option here. It's up to Pedro Castro. Back to Igor. Igor puts a clever ball in, looking for Alan Souza. Oh, it's a very clever ball there. Carlos threads it. No. Avini will keep it alive. Really, we should probably look to go a little bit more defensive here. But Pedro Castro will link up really well with Diego Renan. Ball in, looking for Alan Souza. Allows it to fall. Would have been a good hit. Defender did well. Ibanez, strong header again. Pedro Castro now. Not seeing much of him. Looking to link up again with Diego Renan. Again the ball in, looking for Souza. It's not a big lad. That's probably what we should have been doing to Broj. Oh, Carlos with a mistake. A rare one. Now they have a chance on the break. Oh, they've got numbers here, and that's a good ball. Ivan should be able to deal with that. And we will go defensive here. We'll try and see out these final 3 minutes. No, sorry, 7 minutes. As predicted, as could be. Just the 1-0, but I mean, I'll take that. This has been a good side. That's risky and stupid. What are you doing? What are you doing? Ibanez. Back to Ivan. Get it? Get it? Jesus Christ. Well, again, not exactly pretty, but so far effective. Let's not actually say that yet. Plenty of time left. Clever ball into Pedro Castro there. And he'll drive forward now. Oh, lovely touch again. Diego Renan with acres of space to work with. This time he'll go low ball in. Alan Souza doesn't react quick enough. Unlucky. Come on, let's see this out. Sano tries to put a ball in. Arnaldo into Jimmy Quids. Look, let's not. Okay, let's not risk it. Let's not risk anything. Let's just showboat. That's the smart move. There we are. Well, it's not pretty. It's not attractive. It wasn't that enjoyable. But it's another 3 points for Ponte Preta as they just steamroller their way to Serie A. Kuma Asano with a goal in the 28th minute. Absolutely no problem there. And One of a Kind says, as a Spurs fan, I hate Arsenal. That's a shame. That is a shame. I mean, I used to hate Spurs, but then I realised they just weren't really a threat. And I just, no. I mean, obviously now they're all right, but let's not get into this. Come on, we're all friends here. We're Ponte Pretanos now. We're Macaca. Vamos Macaca. That's what draws us together. So good to see you all in here. Really enjoying these live streams. Good to chat. And yeah, I mean, look, good performances for everyone except for Abner. Someone called it at the beginning that Abner would be the best player in this game. He's gone off the boil a little bit. Gone off the boil slightly. Yeah, let's not risk anything, then do a rainbow flick. I think we have enough space. I think we could mess around there. One for the fans. From the new signing, Ibanez. The girl from Ibanez. So, wins for Guarani, Curitiba. But our position, top of the table, still solid. I mean, we are now 19 points away from 5th place Bragantino. We've done it, essentially. We probably aren't that far away from a cutscene, which would be nice. Not essential, not too bothered. We do have a long way still to go. It's such a long season. And speak of the devil, here are Bragantino. We can make that gap even bigger. Ibanez talking about his debut said he understands the team instructions are different from what he's used to. Okay, he's going to have to get used to them. I think he did a pretty good job, to be honest. And there is Golden Boy, Takuma Asano. Great goal from him. Very pleased with that. What have we got in the messages? Scouts got something for us. Scouts have been disappointing. We're going to have to look at that before we get to Serie A. Oh, they've got loads for us now. And actually some decent looking players as well. Juan Brunetta still in there. They're all too highly rated. Yeah, some good options in there. We don't have any money at the moment, and we've got a long way to go before that matters. And Shinobi Alex saying he's from Serbia and is a FC Partizan Belgrade fan. Excellent. So you know all about Takuma Asano, but unfortunately it turns out he's not playing that well on your scouting information. That's a shame. That is a shame. Let's find out a bit about Bragantino, shall we? Bragantino are a newly promoted side. Yeah, they up from Serie C. They actually finished runners-up of Serie A in 1991, so fairly recently they have been a pretty good team. Oh, it's a Red Bull team. It's a Red Bull team. Bragantino are a Red Bull team. They're one of the Red Bull stable of bulls. So yeah, maybe they're on the up again. Bit more investment there, but let's go and have a look. See how we're going to line up today. So Alan Souza didn't really have a chance to impress, but Broj missed some big. Actually, Broj missed some big chances. So the question is, Marison or Alan Souza? Well, I think we'll go with form. I mean, not actual form, but we'll go with the arrow at least, and we're going to go with Alan Souza. Still feel like we need to give him more minutes. I'm not totally given up on him yet. He's got speed, acceleration ahead of anyone in our side, and 81 finishing. In theory, all of these stats point to an absolutely destructive goal scorer, but it's certainly not been the case. And we do know that offensive awareness is an issue, but he's only 22 years old as well. Everything pointing to him being a really important player for us, but it's just not quite been the way to so far. One of a kind saying Eduardo is underrated. Yeah, Eduardo's been good. I mean, actually, Eduardo and Pedro Castro, both similar sort of players. It's Eduardo's speed and physical contact, 69, 68, makes him a little difficult in the midfield. Although balance 83. Yeah, we've got actually loads of great options in the midfield. Oliveira, maybe his position could be in question at the moment. He's certainly not showing the incredible form he did early doors. And Igor, I'm tempted to start Pedro Castro. Yeah, we're going to give Pedro Castro a go in the midfield. Did that affect things? Takes 2 off the overall rating. Team spirit. Oh, we do like Igor. He's a bit tired though. We'll go, yeah, right, he's tired. We'll give you a bit of a rest. And I'm going to mix things up a little bit today. Oliver in the middle. Big Eddie out on the left. I think that could be interesting. Other than that, keep things as they are. That does take us down to 76 team spirit, which might not be smart. That's a 4 drop, actually. Does that matter? So what is it? Eduardo, I mean, Thiago Real, a linchpin of this side, obviously. No, I'm not going to make that change. That's too much. Away from home. Oh, no, we're at home. But still, that's too much. I want to keep it at 78. Bragantino got some decent players by the looks of it. 72 rated DMF. Fairly conservative formation. Could be difficult for us to break down. And Claudinho up top. 69 rated, 71 rated keeper. Yeah, it's actually a pretty decent looking side. Let's get into it. God, it's hot in here. Well, I've got the heating on. What am I doing? Mental. Yeah, oh, Kakarot still can't believe Marison, top scorer, not getting a sniff. Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, it's tough. I don't know. Why have we fallen out of love? He had a couple of bad games. No, that's poor management, really. That's not actually been Zico's way. He's generally rewarded just the people who are playing well, not looking at overall rating so much, just looking at who's performing on the pitch. And you can't deny Marison. It's pretty much always been our most consistent goal scorer. Top of the goal scoring rankings still, probably. Even though he's dropped out of the side. Yeah, we're maybe messing with things too much. And that could come back to bite us. But at the moment, actually, we've sort of got license to do so. Alan Souza refusing to make a run. But we'll find him anyway. Souza! Oh, Alan de Souza. Oh, Alan de Souza. Absolutely steadfastly refusing to move. This is a man who will not run in behind, but he is a man who can score really good goals. As we said, the finishing's there, the kicking back, everything's there. Everything's there. Except for that offensive awareness. I never knew how much of a difference it made. Take a look at him here. He likes to play with his back to goal. I think that's fair. That's a lovely finish, though. Jimmy Quid slipped it into his path. And there we are, off the mark. The Black Bridge. Just outside the box. Gets his second goal of the season. We've just got to learn to play with him differently. Marillison makes runs behind. Brodge for the headers. Alan Souza needs ball to feet. And needs to do his own thing. That's just how he works. That's how he operates. Oh, danger here. That's a good ball to Claudinho. What a touch off the head. Don't know how much of that he meant, but almost put him into a decent position, actually. Pedro Castro now. Oh, lovely little turn away, but he's caught in possession. They've gone long again. I think I'm seeing a trend. Arnaldo. Good ball into Real. Finds Matheus Oliveira. Goes it back to Carlos, that's nice. Castro out to Abner. Just about gets there. Ibanez, Castro. To control this one here. Spreads it out to Abner. Patient build-up. Jimmy Quids. Probably too patient, but we'll keep it going. Abner. Oh, they're going for a high press. But we are finding a way out of it so far. Thiago Real. Ball looking for Pedro Castro again. Into the box here. Pedro Castro unleashes one. That's a good hit. It's got 71 finishing, which isn't, shouldn't be ignored in a midfielder. Arnaldo just messing with his man here. Just to take him to the line. Oh, he's messed around too much there. Foul! Ref! Oh, it is a foul. We'll take our time with this one. Thiago Real, our best bet. Just put it into the danger area. We're going to go low. Arnaldo's there. Lovely little touch. Whoa, outside of the boot. Luis Carlos will wind one up. Oh, Julio Cesar. He's ready for that. But, yeah, unlucky there, Arnaldo. Mr. Unsung Hero. Looking in the book under Unsung. You'll see Arnaldo there. Oh, Oliveira wins it back well. And skips away. Oh, and then he is scythed down by Wesley. He wasn't happy to lose the ball there. Nephilim, welcome. It says Souza needs to be placed a little bit more back. Unfortunately, yeah, I sort of agree, actually. He's maybe more of a false nine the way he plays. But his rating goes down quite a lot if you put him to second striker. Maybe we can just move him back a little as a centre forward. Yeah, you could move him back to there. Maybe push Oliveira slightly. Well, you can't push him any wider there. It's a little congested. Good work, though. Good work. Maybe we'll give Real a little bit more width. We'll try that. I agree. I think he needs ball to feet. And that's the way to do it, maybe. Oliveira. Waiting for the run of Abner, patiently. Abner's there. Early ball in. It's a nice one. Nice idea. Julio Cesar is there to grab it. Oh, that's unlucky. Asado can find Alan Souza for a second here. Lovely stuff. And Alan Souza gets his brace. 17 minutes here. 17 minutes in. And the Ponte Pretanos will be very pleased. I'm sure there were a lot of the Ponte Preta fans who were starting to question whether he was worth the big bucks. But that is an absolutely horrific mistake by presumably not the Julio Cesar. I mean, there's a lot. That seems like that's probably a really common name. Oh, Super Souza, I like that. The Brazilian Pele. That's a good finish on his right as well. Look, if we get him into goal-scoring positions, he's got a bit of a feel of the Goodwin Koyalapu to him, for those of you who watched the Kareem Diakra series. A young player with just exceptional finishing. If you get him into goal-scoring positions, he's not going to let you down. I think the question with Alan Sousa is, can he get into those positions? Actually, he made a pretty intelligent run for that one. That was not typical of what we've seen so far. He did really well. Bruno, big header there. And now Pedro Castro, who's looked good so far, finds a way out. Sousa, lovely ball into Abner. He'll cut in. Oh, unlucky. Struggling to find the blistering form. It's a great header from Ibanez. I like the fact that at this level at least, Ibanez can just clear up everything in the air because he's so strong. Oliveira into Sousa. You don't want to let him wind one up from that distance. Always hit that really well. Really well. We just, I think, shoot on sight. Alan Sousa starting to repay some of that big transfer fee. You can't drop off him there. The man with the egghead. Need to get closer. Let's try. Where is he? Ibanez, where are you? Where is he? Should be up here. Take your time. No hurry. We want to try the old Ibanez near post option. Now we know he's so dominant in the air. Ibanez gets the flick. Avini's there. Oh, almost. Real will keep it alive. Now Arnaldo floats one in, looking for Sousa. Oh, it's a clever ball. Really unlucky. Oh yeah, Goodwin Koalapu, one of the best finishers in the history of PES. I'd completely agree with that. He must have turned off bringing him up then. That's weird. Abner coming short here. Back out to Real. Time to look up. Oof. Cross is blocked. It's unlucky. Carlos across to Pedro Castro. Skips away. Oh, that's a very good challenge. Oh, no, it's not. It's a foul. And will Jimmy Quids have a chance here? I really like Pedro Castro. I think he does need to start over Igor. It's a shame. I can already feel, just in the few minutes we played with him, that he's going to be really useful for us. So Pedro Castro can hit a free kick, but Jimmy Quids still the better one. Not scored many this season. That could be about right. No, straight into the fucking wall. Sano, oh, good strength. Back to Jimmy Quids. He's taking his time here. Pedro Castro into Sousa. Oh, that was almost a really nice turn, and you know he was going to rustle the onion bag, and he got the shot away. Oh, Naldo does really... Oh, no, we fucked it. We fucked it. No, it's fine. We got that wrong, I have to say. But we got away with it in the end. I've got a great chant for Ibanez as well, if he ever scores. Abner. Side to Oliveira. That's a errant pass there, but we get away with it. Real, lovely ball into Pedro Castro. Out to Oliveira. Can he get the shot away? Ooh, the crowd want a free kick, want a penalty there. Nothing happening from the ref. Lovely counter there, though. I think Pedro Castro is going to be real danger on the counter. He can run, he can pass, he can do everything. Abner, lovely ball into Thiago Real. It's a strong one there. Oliveira won't get to that. Julio Cesar does. Oh, they're putting some big kicks in us now. Oh, that's awful. Abner would accept that gladly. Oh, ball into Alan Sousa to make it 3. Narrowly misses the first half hat-trick there. I really thought he was going to be offside. Let's take a look here. Oh, he's just stayed onside. This time he went outside of the boot. Unlucky. Jimmy Quids with the outswinger. Oh, Oliveira's there. Is he going to fall? Nope, that's not cleared. To Pedro Castro. Into Oliveira. Oh, just to poke it back in towards him. Abner will keep it alive here, though. Oh, we've got him under pressure here. Let's get a third. We are the better side. Castro into Real. Pedro Castro streaming forward. Oh, that's another big sliding challenge. the only thing keeping them in this one. Asano's ball in. Oh, unlucky. Ibanez, that's really clever. It's not the best ball there, but Oliveira will find Abner. Oh, Abner a bit slow there. Oliveira. Haven't seen him embarrass anyone in a while. Goes simple into Jimmy Quids there though, but he's dispossessed. Half time nearly upon us, and we are absolutely dominating this one. Avini. Oh, threads the needle. Thiago Real. Oh, so close, so close. Great ball from Bruno Avini. And that'll be half time here in Campinas, and we are looking very, very comfortable. Nothing to worry about at all. 2 goals from Alan de Souza. No snoozing for him today. I think Souza is definitely on for a hat-trick. And can Souza play Bragantino every game? Yeah, that's what they'll be chanting now. Alan Souza, I feel like a young player like this, you just think, wow, that is dominance. I don't think we've ever seen a game that dominant. Bragantino. Certainly will not be taking home the Bragantino rights from this one. Anyway, I'm quite happy with this side, actually. I like the balance that Pedro Castro gives us in the midfield. I feel like Real, Oliveira, Castro, really exciting. And having Souza is making me not try as many crosses, which I think is probably more on brand for this team. For Zico's plan, anyway. Castro sprays a nice ball out to Arnaldo, goes early to Jimmy Quids. Oh, Asano runs into trouble. It's a good ball, but Carlos is back. The Jackal. Oh, 2 tackles for the price of 1. That's a bit of a shit ball out there, though. Oh, Pedro will get to it. Ibanez, yes. Oh, get out the way. I think that was Castro there. Just a bit of miscommunication. A bit better here from Bragantino. Arnaldo straight through him. It says, not today, not on my watch. Oh, Osman. Pio. I think we looked at him actually. Oh, Alan Souza. Suddenly he's back defending now as well. Now Oliveira looks for him again on the break. Oh, just over here. That's unlucky. Alan Souza there. Turning himself into a hometown hero. Scoring twice and getting back and defending. You don't see Broj doing that, you've got to say. Ibanez wins another header. Now Thiago Real into Takuma Asano. This time the turn away is a good one. Alan Souza's made a decent run this time. He's away from Pedro. Turns back inside. Oh, Pedro does well in the end. Alan Souza pulls him down. That's unfortunate. Alan, not unnecessary. Gives away a yellow card. Just wants that hat-trick so badly. We'll give it to him. We don't care if he gets a yellow. We like the passion. Wesley, good hold-up play. Keeping our Abner at bay. Ortiz with the ball in. Avini rises high. Castro can't get to it though. Danger here. Claudinho, a lovely touch. Easy for Ivan. No bother there. A chance for them though. Oliveira, crowded out. Don't quite know what we're doing differently with Oliveira, but he's just not having that. Oh, Ibanez. I think that was just a really strong header. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's absolutely fine. Wow, he was about to get catapult. Oh no, okay. Yeah, right, that makes more sense. That we're fine with. So we've reached the hour mark here at the fortress that is the Majestoso. And Thiago Real can bring it forward now. Looking for Takuma Asano. Liga's there. Oh, Asano putting the pressure on. Unlucky. Luis Carlos will get to that with ease. Abner finds Souza. Lovely footwork from him. Back out to Abner. The left back steps away. He's going to look to beat Ortiz again. Finds Oliveira. Oh, almost too flash. Abner looking for the 1-2 with Oliveira. There it is. It was contrived, but it worked. Oh, Souza's there looking for it. Thiago Real. Back to Pedro Castro. Oh, looks to float one in. Asano, though, will take advantage here. Nice dummy. Good effort. Oh, the low effort. It's close. Still Ponte Preta here. As Asano goes to the corner. Oh, that's so smart. Real. Oh, we can just pass it around. Matty. Oh, no. No. We must have had possession there for about 5 in-game minutes. Oh, Ibanez has got to get this right. Claudinho moves it on. Chance here for Bragantino to get what could be an important first goal. No. No, they messed it up. Thank God for that. We should have to be fanning around. Castro does well under pressure. Here was Pedro Castro again, the orchestrator. Nice little turn of pace. He's got that acceleration, which could be really dangerous for him, for us even in the midfield. Oh, another chance here. We're looking a little ragged at the back here. Osborne will bring it forward. Avini standing off, not to try and allow the ball into Claudinho. Pio's there. Okay, alright. 14 minutes left. Not ideal. What has happened there? So Ibanez pulled really wide. Bruno Avini. It's Arnaldo out of position. Abner not getting back. Abner not even try. Abner. 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 Diego Renan waiting on the bench. 2 or 3 poor games in a row. Gotta say Abner's position not as rock solid as we thought it was. He was so good to begin with, scoring goals, doing just about everything. Can't be letting us down defensively. Oliveira into Jimmy Quids. Another one now would be nice. Souza into Asano. Alan Souza on the turn. Oh, Marquez prevents the shot getting away. Unlucky there. 10 minutes left. We probably need to just chill out here. But another goal now would surely be enough. Real into Pedro Castro. Looks to turn away. No foul, says the ref. Oh, this we need to. Okay, I'm going defensive. Shit, through the middle. Watch him. Watch him. Ibanez has made a good run. Oh, oh no. Where are the defence? Who's gone? No, no, shit. Yep, should have gone defensive. Fuck, that was so basic. No. Oh. Got too cocky. Got way too cocky. Way too cocky. We should have just said, Abner, Arnie, get back, stay there. And just see Arnaldo still arriving back as well. We could have kept that lead easily. Let's make some changes though and try and win it. Bring Eddie on. I'm not even going to look at your comments. I can't imagine they're particularly glowing. We're going to ask Marison to do a job. Although Alan Souza actually still full of energy. We're going to go something like that. And Abner, you've been an absolute disgrace to your family, friends, everyone you've ever met. Diego Renan must be thinking, now's my chance. Now's my chance. Right, all out attack. 3 players on, 8 minutes left, 10 minutes left maybe. Let's do it. Come on. Marison, back in. Oh, good start. Really good start. Carlos, that's it. That's what we need. Team Rossano, good touch. Clever ball. Oh, Marison couldn't get to it. That's it. Keep him pinned back. Looks like they're trying to see this one out. Should be fair. They've got a draw on their hands here at home against the league leaders. Liga puts a high ball in. Should have at least one more chance here. Where is everyone? Ibanez. Into Eduardo. Eduardo, good ball into Asano. Marison now to win it! Oh, pretty much his first touch of the game. What an introduction that would have been. Really unlucky. Eduardo here. It's a good ball in. Asano, lovely first time pass. Marison out of the feet. Only a good save preventing him there. What Arnaldo's pulled up, that's not ideal. Means we can't make any more subs. We have run him into the ground this game. Let's go Ibanez. No, alright, we'll leave Ibanez back. Let's go Bruno Avini near post. 50% of the time this works. Every time. That's not the best one though. Avini does get to it. Oh! Can Carlos keep it alive here? He can. Eduardo edge of the box into Pedro Castro. Looks to step away. No. Oh, we've won it back. Pedro Castro. No. No. Oh, that's unlucky. Oh, shit. Shit. How are they catching us on the break like that? Oh, Ibanez, you absolute beauty. That could have been really embarrassing. Sano. Oh, well. That's poor. That is poor. We can take a few losses. I mean, not losses. We can drop a few points. That's fine. But you've got to be asking questions of the defence late in the game there. I mean, you've got to put it down to Zico's management more than anything. But on the plus side, good game for Alan Souza. On the negative side, it just makes that decision about who we start up top that little bit more difficult. But fine, we'll live with that. We should not in any way come away with anything less than all 3 points. But in the end, I guess we have to take it. 7.5 for Alan Souza. Pedro Castro's first start for the club, ending with only a 5. Oliveira questions over his form. Abner with a 6. I think that's generous. Yeah, I mean, at the moment, anything less than a win feels disappointing, but we've got to be realistic. Plenty of time left this season, and we're still 19 points ahead of Bragantino. I don't think we're going to lose a 19-point lead to not be promoted in the top 4. Would be a shame not to win the league now, certainly, but I think we've still got that. So next up, American Mineiro. There we go. We've had a bid for Eduardo. Oh, winning streak halted at 4. It's not bad. We just need to fix a few things or we're ready to go again. I agree. Completely agree. So there we are. Well, thanks for joining me. It's been a good stream. Very happy with Ibanez's first few games. Pedro Castro played well. Solo in the comments saying, I think you still need a solid box-to-box player. I think I agree. I don't think Pedro Castro is that player. I think Pedro Castro is a good player, but I don't think he's that player. Because I don't think he can do the defensive duties that we need of him. That player that we found, who I think we ended up putting on the list, who we could have nearly signed, but we couldn't because he was too highly rated. Pereira. I think he is the box-to-box midfielder that we want. 21-year-old. He's got aggression, defensive awareness that we need. But anyway, we'll get to that another time. So again, thanks for joining me for this stream. Join me again on Wednesday for a bit of Jermaine Defoe action. I'll see you in a bit.